Good morning, students. Today we are going to start the first topic of the first unit of a genetic engineering course. The code for this paper is KBT 501. You can download the syllabus from AKTU website or I will provide you the syllabus. The first topic is the basics of genetic engineering and or you can say the recombinant DNA technology. The first question is what is genetic engineering? As the name indicate, genetic engineering means it is the engineering with the genetic material. It is the engineering with the genes. So by definition we can say, in a simple definition, genetic engineering is nothing. It is a manipulation, or you can say that it is not manipulation but it is an artificial manipulation or alteration of genes for the purpose of human welfare. So how can we manipulate a gene? How can we alter the gene? For alteration of the gene, we need to do following steps. Number one is we have to remove a gene from an organism. Such a gene which need to be removed is known as the target gene. When we remove a gene, so we have to insert another gene in that space. This inserting gene is known as the gene of interest or the foreign gene. So basically it is a cut and paste process. First we cut a gene from a genome, then we insert or paste another gene of interest at this place. So the genetic engineering or the genetic manipulation is a cut and paste method. Recombinant DNA, this genetic engineering sometimes is also known as a recombinant DNA technology. Recombinant DNA technology involve the recombinant DNA. So the question is, what is a recombinant DNA? As the name, recombinant, recombination means when we alter a DNA, when we make the new combination in a DNA, such DNA is known as the recombinant DNA. Recombinant DNA may be defined as a recombines after small sections of DNA inserted into it. All the genetically modified organism, all of you are familiar with the genetically modified organism. There are so many genetically modified organisms. Have you heard? You are using the tomatoes, genetically modified tomatoes, golden rice, etc. All these genetically modified organisms are the results of the recombinant DNA technology, are the results of the genetic engineering. Genetic engineering is a very big area, very big, having a very big theme. Genetic engineering allow DNA from different species to be joined together to make a new combination. This often results in combination of DNA that would never be possible in nature. Means by using the genetic engineering we can make the new combinations which never be imagined in the nature. For this reason, genetic engineering is not a natural process, and that is the main reason some ethical issues are also related with the genetic engineering. Some of the philanthropists believe that genetic engineering should not be allowed by the government because it is not a natural process, but it is a matter of debate whether the genetic engineering is related with the ethical issues or not. If DNA is transferred from one species to another, the organism that receives the DNA is to be said transgenic. Transgenic DNA, transgenic animal, transgenic plant. So these transgenic plants, genetically modified organisms, all are the results of genetic engineering. By creating these transgenic organism, what we can do, we can do or we can insert a human gene into a bacterium, which is never be possible in the nature, but we have do it. We inserted the human insulin gene into the E. coli, and we are successfully synthesizing the recombinant DNA, recombinant insulin. What we can do another, we can insert a human gene into an different animal, or we can insert a bacterial gene in a plant. What we did in the case of bt brinjal, what we did in the case of bt cotton, what we do in bt cotton, we insert the gene from a bacteria Bacillus thuringiensis into the cotton. So means by using the genetic engineering we can do everything which is not possible in the nature. Genetic engineering is also called by some alternative names: genetic manipulation, genetic modification, you can see it RDT, gene splicing and gene cloning. So it was the introduction of the genetic engineering. Now we are moving to how we can proceed for the genetic engineering. If we want to make a genetically modified organism, we want to make a transgenic transgenic animal, we want to make a recombinant DNA, how can we do it? So there are so many tools which is being used in the genetic engineering. We will discuss these tools one by one. The first tool is source of DNA. Source of DNA is the DNA or the target DNA or the foreign DNA taken from one organism to be placed into the DNA of a second organism. First of all, in the source of DNA, we have to find out the target DNA and we have to find out the foreign DNA. First of all, we need a compatible host, we need a competent host which can receive the DNA from a foreign animal. So it is the most important task of genetic engineering to search a source which can donate the DNA and which can receive the DNA. Another factor is the vector. There are so many vectors are being used. Vectors are the molecules, vectors are the DNA segments, DNA molecules, vectors which carry the DNA from one source to the host. So vectors are the special kind of DNA that can accept foreign DNA and exactly reproduce itself and the foreign DNA. For example, bacterial plasmid PBR 322 loop of DNA found in the bacteria. Plasmid are the extra chromosomal DNA found in the bacteria. Another important tool which is being used in the genetic engineering is the restriction enzymes or the restriction endonucleases. Restriction endonucleases or restriction enzymes are the enzymes which is used to cut the DNA at a specific site. Restriction enzymes are so specific in its nature, they can cut the DNA at a very specific site, and that site is known as the recognition site. Each and every restriction enzyme has a specific restriction site. For example, one restriction enzyme will always cut DNA at the base sequence GAATTC. Another restriction enzyme may cut the DNA at another sequence which may be GATC. So restriction enzymes cut the host as well as the source DNA at a very specific site. This PPT gives you an illustration of how the restriction enzymes work. This one is the DNA 1. We can say this DNA is the source DNA and this one is the host DNA. So these restriction enzymes cut the DNA at a specific site. This restriction enzyme A is cutting the DNA from here. Restriction enzyme 2 cutting the DNA from here. If the restriction enzyme is cut between from here, this side, it cut both the strands of the DNA. And when after incubation, the DNA strands will look like this. When we ligate both the strands, the new strand will form in such a way. Another enzyme is the DNA ligase. When we cut the DNA by using the restriction endonucleases, we need a gum, we need a glue which can stick the foreign DNA to the DNA of the cloning vector. So DNA ligase enzyme is being used. So when we have all the tools like the source DNA, the host DNA, vector, restriction endonucleases and the ligase, then we can move to the process of the genetic engineering. There are 5 basic steps in the process of the genetic engineering. The one is the isolation of the foreign gene. Another one is the cutting of the gene at a specific site. Another one, third step is the insertion, ligation. Fourth one is the transformation, and fifth one is the expression of the recombinant gene into the host cell. We will discuss this by taking an example of human gene inserted into bacterium gene. The first step is the isolation. Isolation include the removal of human DNA and the removal of the plasmid DNA from the bacterium. By using the specific endonucleases, specific restriction enzyme, both human DNA and plasmid DNA are cut at a specific site. Normally, plasmid has only one restriction site, while human DNA have multiple restriction sites. After cutting, there is a method of insertion, means that target gene is placed into the DNA of the plasmid or cloning vector. That cut plasmid are mixed with human DNA section, allowing the cut ends to combine. When these are combined, the transformation may occur, and the transformed cells may express or may not express the recombinant gene. So it was the basics of the genetic engineering. After that, we will discuss the applications of genetic engineering in tomorrow's lecture. Thank you.